Hello, friends. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into the darkest mysteries of the ancient world. Today, we're talking about the pharaohs, those considered living gods, exploring their power, mystical rituals, and legends of curses that still terrify travelers and researchers. Get ready for a journey through millennia, from the gleam of golden masks to the silence behind sealed tombs, where unknown horrors are said to sleep. At the end of the video, I invite you to leave a comment with your thoughts and subscribe so we can uncover even more secrets of the past together. Picture the vast plains of the Nile Valley, the sacred waters that bring life to the land, teeming with activity under a relentless sun. In this world emerges a figure believed to embody a god on earth. The word pharaoh comes from the Egyptian per-ea, meaning great house. But this isn't merely a stately title for a royal palace. It's a symbol of uniting the earthly realm with divine order. The pharaoh was not just a ruler, he was the son of Ra, the living bridge between heaven and earth, the guarantor of Mayat, the cosmic balance of truth, order, and justice. From the moment of birth, these chosen ones were prepared for their destiny. Rituals at their birth laid the foundation for their future authority. Even as children, they understood themselves as future sovereigns of the universe, surrounded by priests, absorbing secret knowledge of otherworldly realms, living in a reality where life and death intertwined, and every decision could shape the fate of an entire civilization. Priests would proclaim, if the pharaoh governs justly, fields prosper, the Nile yields abundant harvests, and the people live in harmony. But if the pharaoh strays from Mayat, the principle of natural order, then chaos and suffering follow. Imagine the intimate link between mortal and divine. His actions determine not just material well-being, but the very integrity of the world itself. That bestowed immense weight on the ruler, as both a gift and a burden. At the core of the pharaoh's power stood the priesthood. They safeguarded ritual secrets, calculated stellar positions, knew exactly when to offer gifts to the gods, and how to perform rites ensuring the nation's prosperity. Their authority sometimes rivaled the pharaoh's own, since knowledge of the afterlife and potent spells could be turned even against the sovereign. Imagine a dimly lit temple chamber where torches gutter in the darkness. Priests whisper incantations in a language understood only by them. They prepare a ritual to transform the pharaoh's soul into a star, ascending to the heavens. In that rite, portals open. The boundary between the living world and the realm of the dead becomes as thin as a veil in the breeze. Even after death, the pharaoh's essence endures as an energy force that can protect the land, or, according to legend, avenge disturbances to cosmic balance. Hidden papyri fragments and subtle clues in tomb decorations contain instructions. How to shield the sarcophagus from intruders, how to lay curses on anyone daring to disturb the eternal rest. From the Middle Kingdom onward, special scrolls listed dire curses, from sudden, violent illness to death in the farthest reaches of the realm. Yet the priests never disclosed these texts publicly. Their power was too great to share. Now, the most famous tale, the Curse of Tutankhamun. In 1922, Howard Carter's team opened the Boy King's tomb, and soon mysterious deaths followed. Lord Carnarvon, who financed the excavation, died of complications after a mosquito bite. Several other expedition members also died under unsettling circumstances. The press sensationalized it. Had the living gods awakened their wrath? Scientists sought rational explanations. Mold or bacteria in the tomb, simple coincidence. But the idea of a dark force sleeping within the ancient chambers gripped the public imagination. Looking deeper, we find reports of people under an unseen influence. Travelers who vanished after visiting Luxor, archaeologists who abruptly abandoned their work, citing too dangerous. Modern research offers another perspective. Tombs can harbor harmful mold spores or bacteria. Extreme heat, exhaustion, and stress could trigger health crises. But do these explanations account for every strange death? Some insist ancient ritual energy lingers in the air, and even if science can't prove it, the mysterious tension enthralls us. Priestly secrecy and the destruction of tombs often align with stories of misfortune, sudden tremors, Nile floods wiping out villages. Humans tend to ascribe such events to supernatural causes. It's the timeless conflict, Our thirst for knowledge versus the fear of violating ancient laws. That tension makes the story of the pharaohs so compelling and so unsettling. Standing before the Giza Plateau, one cannot help but feel awe. These colossal stone structures, weighing millions of tons, have endured under the sun for over 4,000 years. Why were they built with such precise geometry? Their angles are exact. Their alignments with stellar points and solar positions on key days amaze archaeologists. Some propose that pyramids aren't mere tombs, but devices to focus earthly or cosmic energies. Researchers debate interior corridors might resonate at certain frequencies, producing acoustic effects facilitating ritual trance. There are theories of extraterrestrial involvement, though mainstream archaeology credits human ingenuity, organization, and labor. Yet even setting aside fantastical ideas, something majestic and elusive remains. Thousands of workers toiling for years in searing heat to erect a stone monument meant as a portal for the pharaoh's soul to journey among the stars. But legends warn, if this portal is disturbed improperly, forces meant to remain dormant could awaken. Behind the gleam of golden death mass lay tragedies and betrayals. Dynastic struggles were common. Brothers eliminating brothers, mothers and sons locked in power struggles. Consider the Amarna revolution under Akhenaten, a pharaoh who broke with traditional deities, declaring worship of the sun disk, Aten, as supreme, essentially a form of monotheism. This upheaval split the priesthood and society. After his death, his name was defaced, images erased, and supporters persecuted. Nefertiti, the enigmatic queen or co-regent, vanished abruptly. Her likeness was chiseled from monuments. Some mystical tales link her fate to a secret journey into the underworld or a hidden betrayal. Rituals accompanied not just death but life. At coronations, servants might be sacrificed so they could serve the pharaoh in the afterlife. Stories tell of mummies awakening. When tombs were reopened centuries later, torches flickered out inexplicably, and shadows seemed to shift along corridor walls. Is it mere play of light and paranoia? Or does the memory of stone retain vestiges of ancient rites? Accounts from ancient scribes and modern legends intertwine in a tapestry of horror and fascination. In Egyptian belief, death was not the end, but a passage to a new existence. Pharaohs prepared for their transformation from birth. The opening of the mouth ritual symbolized reactivating the senses so the deceased king could function in the afterlife. The concepts of Ka and Ba describe two aspects of the soul: the Ka as life force, the Ba as personality that could travel between worlds. In the judgment before Osiris, the heart was weighed against the feather of Maat. If heavier, the soul was devoured by Ammit, the fearsome creature that consumed those who failed the cosmic test. Imagine yourself enclosed in a sarcophagus, walls adorned with protective spells guiding you through perils of the afterlife. Every symbol, every divine name acted as an amulet. But if someone desecrates these symbols or violates burial rites, legends say the pharaoh's soul may not find rest, wandering between worlds or seeking vengeance. That's why tombs were constructed to be extremely difficult to access. Hidden corridors, false passages, booby traps. Tomb robbers risk not only their loot but their lives. Even today, explorers searching for lost tombs or secret chambers under the pyramids report anomalies. Sudden equipment failures when scanning underground voids. Odd signals geologists cannot explain. Sometimes there are accounts of individuals who, after illicit digs, feel disoriented, experience nightmares, or sense whispers on desert winds. Skeptics attribute this to stress, extreme heat, and the power of suggestion. Yet when legends carry the weight of millennia, imagination and fear magnify every sensation. Modern science also applies new methods, installing sensors in tombs, analyzing air quality and microbial residues, studying how interior acoustics might affect human psychology. Some archaeologists admit, deep inside ancient structures, it's hard to shake the feeling of an unseen presence. But is it truly a pharaoh's spirit guarding its eternal home, or a particular state of mind triggered by awareness of monumental history? Debate continues, but the atmosphere of mystery remains alive. As we wrap up this journey, we must ask the most important question: do pharaohs continue to influence our world across millennia? Perhaps it's just fiction born from human fear and our desire to find meaning in the unknown. Or maybe the memory of ancient rituals truly lingers in the stone and energy of places where no mortal should tread after the priest's work was done. Are you ready to risk everything for the truth? Would you dare an expedition into places where nothing promises a safe return? Each viewer must decide for themselves. But remember, every legend holds a kernel of truth, and if anyone dares to cross those ancient boundaries, they should prepare not only for curiosity, but for the darkness of the past itself to awaken. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this journey through ancient pyramids and the Pharaoh's curses. If you found this intriguing, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss future videos about mystical legends from around the world. Share in the comments which aspect of the Pharaohs fascinated you most, and which other mysteries you'd like us to explore next. Until our next video, when we'll wander more hidden corridors of history and touch the unseen, take care, stay curious, and remember, truth often hides behind a veil of fear. Goodbye and see you on our next adventure.